You know, we got some quarterback battles every spring. That's one of the most fun things to talk about. Who's going to win the starting quarterback job? And this is college football, so normally I could have like 3 pieces of paper in front of me full of nothing but quarterback battles. And there's a strange thing happening right now. I had one of you hit me up and asked if I could break this stuff down. Sure, we can. But look around the country right now. Where are the major quarterback battles? Like at Ohio State. Yes, I think there's an open quarterback competition. But that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I mean. I mean, Ryan Day has several guys on his roster, 2 in particular, in Devin Brown, who's been there for a while, and Will Howard, who they just brought in. Okay, so Ohio State fans are convinced Will Howard's going to be their starting quarterback. I am too. But that doesn't mean that it's not an honest-to-God open quarterback competition. It just means it's open and there's an overwhelming favorite. But I do agree with you guys. If you tell me, hey, Will Howard, man, if he's healthy, he's going to win that job. I think he will too. I also think Devin Brown's got a really, really good fighter's attitude about him. It's good to have guys like that in the locker room. There's absolutely no benefit in announcing a starter right now, and I don't expect that. But I think that one overwhelmingly has a favorite in it. What about Michigan? Michigan just up the road. You know, you go quarterbacks and defense in the Big Ten. That's kind of the way it's smart to look at that conference. We may have Will Howard and that defense at Ohio State. We may have Drew Aller and that defense at Penn State. Well, are we going to have Alex Orji and that defense at Michigan? That's kind of the way you can look around the conference. Like, what if we have Dylan Raiola and that Nebraska defense? So at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy's gone. I think that's what America knows. I don't think America, from a casual perspective, has tuned in and understand what the quarterback situation there is. Alex Orji looks like the likely QB1 there, but if you just go by seniority, if you just go by experience, well, then you're looking at, Jack Tuttle, who is a 7th-year guy, I believe. Orji, to me, would be the guy, so that's the one I've circled. He's inexperienced. Your ceiling, in terms of what it takes to win the conference, is probably only high enough with him. Now, the trade-off, as is often the case in this sport, is you probably have a lot more fluctuation. You probably have a lower floor with him. Tuttle's a solid guy who would, probably make sure that you don't lose to Purdue. I don't even know if they play Purdue, but probably also not going to be able to beat Ohio State. Orji probably, at the end of the year, has the ability skill-wise, if that defense plays up to par, to do some things maybe as a team with him at quarterback that they couldn't do without him. That's at least the way I feel in spring. What about Auburn? Biggest question on that team, quarterback. Will there be a competition though? The position being a question mark doesn't mean that there's a massive competition. Pate Thorne was the starter last year. He had, 5 games where he threw for under 100 yards. So last year, Auburn was last in the SEC in pass yards per game. That just can't continue under Hugh Freeze. There are few truths in an uncertain world, but one is I think that can't continue. But what's going to happen? Is Walker White going to come in as a freshman and overtake him? I don't think so. Here's what I think would be fair to expect. Number one, Auburn will just blanketly improve year over year offensively under Hugh Freeze. I am going to believe that because it's Hugh Freeze. Number two, I remember in 2021, we watched Pate Thorne do some pretty good things at Michigan State. Now, that's a long time ago, but it is a fact that guy, Pate Thorne, did those things once upon a time at Michigan State. Somewhere in there, he's still capable of that. If he's given the right circumstances and situation, he's capable of that. Auburn's over-under win total 7.5. We've got the whole year 1 to year 2 thing. They got some good wide receiver talent. They just have to get it done at quarterback. But still, would we call that an open competition? I wouldn't. Hugh Freeze is not right now, listening to him talk. So there's that. We're still searching. What about Florida? I know some people are going to try and make more of this than there is. So I know from probably not 50,000, but maybe 25,000 foot view. You guys saw Florida last year, and they were bad. And then you see they bring in DJ Lagway, the crown jewel at quarterback of the recruiting class, and you think, oh, that guy's got to start as a true freshman. Well, no, he doesn't, because Graham Mertz came back. Well, Josh, yeah, but I mean, what is Graham Mertz really? They were terrible last year. As a team, they were. He was not. He was really good. 73% completion guy, 2,900-yard passer, 20-3 touchdown to INT ratio. Like, he was good last year. And so, hey, around him, they were nothing to write home about. But DJ Lagway's in a really good spot here. This is not an open quarterback competition in the classical sense to me. It's a situation where you got a guy who's really experienced. They nailed it in their evaluation of him. Napier and his staff knew exactly what they were doing there. And so DJ Lagway gets to come in and not have to carry the entire weight of the program and a coaching staff on the hot seat on his shoulders. So Ohio State, I don't think it's a down-to-the-wire competition, nor do I at Michigan, nor do I at Auburn, nor do I at Florida. So I'm looking around the country and I'm trying to figure out, where are all the, Paula Cole used to sing, where have all the Cowboys gone? Where are all the quarterback competitions? Where have all the QB fights gone? I don't know. Maybe we'll see things emerge in fall.